What up? This is your boy DJ EFN. You might know me as a drink champ, but first and foremost, I'm a proud father. I linked up with two of my other dad homies, Manny Digital and KGB, to start the Fatherhood podcast. Each week, we bring you insider hip-hop stories, parenting, and advice and therapy. The saying is true, it takes a village, and we humorously serve as each other's trusted counsel in figuring out how not to screw up being a good dad.
The Fatherhood Podcast. Beats, rhymes, and dope.
All right, gentlemen, what's up?
Yo, what's good? What's good? How's
Fatherhood?
fatherhood?
Get to these?
How's fatherhood, yo?
I mean, that's not the way to.
That's not the way to start. That's not the way to start a
Fatherhood
podcast.
podcast, not Creepy Man podcast.
Creepy man voice.
Relax, buddy. Fenster.
Yo, so we got birthday number 2 over here. So last week it was one of my daughters. The next one is this weekend, but she's got a fever. She's home from school today, not feeling well. So she's distraught because they celebrate the birthdays at school and all that. And it's chances are good she's not going to be able to get that look.
What do you guys make?
Today's her birthday or this week?
So Saturday, but they would celebrate it on Friday at school.
Right, tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you guys make of these measles outbreaks in kids?
Is that legit?
I didn't even hear about that.
Oh, you haven't seen the news on that one?
I saw a post about it, and I saw people debating whether it's real or not. And
well, they're saying there's like 100+ cases in Texas and another state, and that it's mostly it's unvaccinated
death,
kids.
supposedly.
And, one death so far from a kid who was not vaccinated with the measles vaccine.
A kid died from this?
That's what the news says.
But okay, so see, we gotta be careful. We don't want to throw too much crazy shit without knowing everything. So this is the debates that I'm seeing. So the debate is they're saying what you can't blame unvaccinated at least the mandate or saying we're not doing vaccines anymore, because wouldn't that be too soon for that breakout to happen?
No, you can't. I mean, look, there's been plenty of people who have for years there's some folks that are just not going to vaccinate their kids, and that's been going on for
forever,
a long time. Yeah.
Then they said that the kid that passed away had preconditions.
Pre-existing. Yeah.
Pre-existing conditions. So I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know. I just know that this is in the public sphere in terms of like the debate, making it politicized between the Trump administration,
right,
RFK and his movement of not vaccinating, and
but even his movement is not about not vaccinating. It's just making sure that
not over vaccinating too young, I think, is his main thing,
and or making sure that the newer vaccines have more time to test and make sure the science is right on it all.
Right, yeah, but I do think
with that
I saw a whole debate, not a debate, but a conversation where they were saying they just don't agree with, and I, as a parent, didn't agree with it and try to space out the vaccinations where you just inject babies, newborn babies, and months old and just a year old with all these vaccines in one shot. I think
we did the same.
Common sense doesn't make sense.
We did the same thing. I mean, we had to go to a couple different doctors in order to find one that allowed us to space it out, because we were only trying to do one shot per visit. They're like, well, you're gonna have to come more. We're like, okay, that's fine. We just want to know, these are young kids with new systems, and we want to see if there's any reactions, because if you do multiple, you just don't know. But I mean, look, everyone does it differently, and a lot of people have no issues, but we just felt more comfortable getting them done on our timeline.
And that some of these vaccines have multiple in them. There'll be one shot that has 3 different vaccines in it.
Exactly.
Damn, I didn't know this was the thing now. This measles thing. I mean, there's the swine flu. Or no, the bird flu. Sorry. The bird flu,
which is
another
the
thing.
supposed reason of the eggs prices. But
right.
then there's a big debate over that. Who fucking knows what's going on, man?
Yo, I just gave up on eggs. Like I
You
bought some
know,
egg whites the other day, and that's about it.
I think in New York they're selling egg Lucy's at the bodegas now. That's what
100%.
that's what
Wow.
100%.
That's awesome.
Yo, I go to Costco here, and
Don't. That's where
it's
all the bird flu shit is
yo,
at.
right. But still, like I'm not buying them, but you see, the crates full of eggs, right? They'll pop them in there, and yo, within an hour, them joints is gone.
on.
Them Lucy's
Yeah.
are hitting. Somebody was telling me, I don't remember. I think it was like $20 for a carton of eggs, or some ridiculous amount of money. I don't like
I
eggs
don't
that
know.
much.
Your kids like
I've
eggs?
gotten into eggs more lately.
My son won't touch eggs.
My kids will eat eggs, but it's not like a necessity. Like we
Yeah.
can make it work without it.
I mean, when you think about what an egg is, it fucks you up.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
Pretty gross.
but eggs
When
are
I think about
delicious,
it.
bro. An omelet with cheese is
Oh
delicious.
yeah, it is.
But when you think that that's an embryo with cheese, ooh.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese always slaps. Like that's
yeah.
so good.
What are we
but-
talking about, guys?
What
the fuck are we
jumping all
doing?
over.
Is it our 11 o'clock brunch brain? Measles with eggs, please.
I can't believe I missed that. The whole measles thing. I gotta go.
It was in Texas, right? The breakout?
Yeah, and there's another state too. 2 states.
Damn, bro.
Well, there's another. You want to get even crazier?
No,
in
why
Africa,
not? Why not?
In Africa, supposedly some mystery disease just killed 50 people, like no problem.
Saw that headline too.
Wow. What?
Like some Ebola shit.
Mm.
Yo, are we ever gonna get back to like? Because I mean, I feel like now you hear more people in high places say that the COVID, thing happened in a lab. Like
I believe that.
I mean that's the speculation.
Well,
I've
they've
heard.
proven it. I think they proved it.
That's what I'm saying. I can't quote where I heard this. Like, but something recently. I
Yeah,
did
there was
hear
a
about.
recent where it said it was confirmed it was lab derived.
And it was a lab that we funded.
Oh, was it even better?
Yeah. It was a U.S. funded lab that did experiments, biological experiments.
So, given that, right, and all this chemical warfare and all this stuff, like, what's the point of breeding diseases? What outside of using it as a?
Well, I mean, you got to think you
Or
have
weapon.
to make a disease to create the vaccine for it.
But why mess with it in the first place? Like, it doesn't exist. Don't bother Mother Nature, bro.
I mean, they're trying to see what evolution would do on its own, I guess, by speeding it up. And I don't know. Who fucking knows? Yeah. But no, it's for weapons. Really, ultimately, these things are all for weapons.
Has to be. That's the only
They're all
logical conclusion
biological
I
weapons.
arrive at.
And anybody that doesn't think that weapons haven't been used on the American populace is crazy. Not to mention the psychological weapon of social media and everything, being programmed. I mean, whatever. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole, but
Here we go.
like,
hold on
they've
tight.
been no, it just pisses me off because we're all just these dumb sheeps that fucking fight with each other. You think the fucking Russians and Chinese haven't been fermenting all this division for fucking decades, and now it's all these fucking what is it? Chickens are coming to roost now, where we're all just all over the place.
Well, they say that that's part of when you hear people running around saying they're Marxist and under the banner of like social justice, and then you throw Marxism in there. I mean, if you look back at what Marxism is supposed to do, it's supposed to like divide people and
Right.
and send ripples through, but doesn't necessarily happen immediately.
Right. It's not
Empires-
socialism.
That's how
It's not
empires fall,
necessarily the
man.
same as socialism.
We,
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I don't know.
This is one of those podcasts that people go, what are they talking about?
Right.
We're talking about everything and nothing at the same time.
Right.
This is like parent brain, bro. This is what it is. This is like
It is.
the worries that we have, just blah, 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 just diarrhea.
We're vom blah.
Yeah. All right.
And how did this start? We were talking about your daughter being
You
sick,
brought
and
up
then we went
measles.
to the measles, right?
You measled us.
So do you guys have any worries about measles or any of that stuff as it relates to your kids?
I mean, not specifically measles per se, but just them getting sick. Yeah, because like you've
Or
got
let's say this also, because I mean, not that we have to divulge our vaccine information here,
didn't we
but
already? I feel like we did.
yeah,
Oh,
we probably did.
you mean like the non-COVID versions?
Yeah. Just like, I mean, measles was pretty standard, but obviously there's people that don't do that. But then even in the news with some of this measles stuff, they're saying that folks over a certain age who maybe had gotten vaccinated when they were kids, older folks might need to get revaccinated
Yeah, like
for
the shit ran
measles.
out.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't ever remember getting vaccinated in my
Dude,
life.
I don't have any of those
I gotta
records.
ask my mom.
I don't even know.
I don't
I don't have
remember
any of that shit.
vaccinations
Like that's the
at
wild shit. I'm
all.
like when I start thinking about like trying to keep records for all my son's stuff, and I'm like, man, I got no records of
My own stuff.
any of my stuff. Like I don't even
Like
know what
my
happened.
record of is old school. I was like, I got the chicken pox. That's it. I got it. That means I shouldn't get it again.
Right.
That was my vaccine is getting it.
Me too. So when I was an infant, I got it, and it was the thing that prevented me from walking when I was like 6 months or 7 months old or something like that.
Wow.
But like, I don't know. Can you get it again? They say no, but
But I guess
What, chicken pox?
yeah.
even the
Or
more
chicken pox?
even the more troubling thing is just like if your parents don't remember or your parents aren't alive or whatever, like how the fuck I don't even how do you
No
know
idea.
what you got
Nah, bro.
vaccinated for?
They can't come with that shit, bro. Now, like, come on, that's an old shit, man. Get over that old shit.
Get out of here with
That's
that
that
old
old
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
We grandfathered in, man.
Right.
Literally.
I mean, that's kind of how I look at it too. Like, whatever. But there has, I'd say, over the last like this winter, I've noticed we've gotten sicker. We've gotten sick more often, and for like weird shit that's like not necessarily like it's common cold. Like it's been more intense than that. Like fevers more often in my house. I mean, not me, but my kids.
It's probably COVID, man.
Blues. Yeah.
We've had less of it over here in my crib, which is wild. I want to
Oh yeah, because y'all used to get sick like every month. You
all
had
the time.
spell.
And it's been less and less. I mean, I don't know where that's coming from.
Probably because
But-
both of your kids are already in the mix with the school
Building their immunity?
Yeah, because with the school situation, because previously, like your son then entered into school, and and so now he's bringing all that new shit back.
Right.
That's a good
So
point. Actually,
that's been positive. The only thing that we can't escape is just like sinus issues in our home. There's always
and you've done a bunch of work in your house, right? For like mold and all that other stuff. Like
everything. Yeah. But just I feel like dust is just the culprit in our home. That
have you guys done allergy tests?
Nah, like on the kids?
Well, you and your wife first and foremost, but then yeah, potentially on the children.
Nah,
too.
I haven't done an official allergy test. I just know that I'm allergic to shit.
I did an allergy test one time, not long ago, like within the last 5 years, and I had never done one before, and the results I thought were hilarious.
Don't where they prick you?
Yeah, mad pricks.
Yeah, I don't want to do that shit.
It's
Pause.
annoying. But yo, so I find out I'm allergic to
He's like mad dicks. Not pause.
I didn't hear K. Now I got it. Yo,
This is
what
not the
kills me
Fatherhood
about K's
podcast.
K's jabs are so fucking like unexpected.
Monotone. In
And
monotone.
And they're like, pause. So
I get over
I'm allergic to cockroaches. And I'm like,
and the
cockroaches.
but not
You don't have to explain yourself, E. We got it.
so I'm like, yo, I'm a kid that grew up in the Bronx.
Sorry, audience.
I'm a kid that
Go, you get cock, and what happened?
I grew up in an apartment building in the Bronx. All we knew was roaches. Like they were They
How
lived
do they
with us.
test you for that? They injected you with cockroach juice?
No, they
Like,
just they pricked me, and then I don't know.
with cockroach nut.
No.
Like,
Jeez.
how do they know? I'm saying, what juice makes you? Oh yeah, look, you're allergic to cockroaches.
I have no idea. But for like, I don't know what the reaction would be to cockroaches.
Okay.
So I don't know what it is. But they did tell me pet dander was something that I suffer from, and I know for a fact that's
You
I've
suffer
gotten-
from it, or you're allergic to it?
bro. I almost died one time from horsehair. You ever been to like medieval times? You know,
Fucking kind of stable you live in, bro.
have you been to medieval times? Do you even know what
I mean,
that
I
is?
know about it. I don't think I've ever been.
So it's basically an enclosed like
yes, medieval times, bro. We get it. Horses,
mad horses.
Right.
So
jousting.
it wasn't open air, so it's all enclosed. So I was in there. I sat down for like 10 minutes to watch it, bro. In those 10 minutes, I went from breathing normal to wheezing like I was like a thin ass coffee straw, and I had to run to CVS to get one of those allergy meds, like a Claritin or some shit. Otherwise, I would have been finished, bro. It was crazy.
So your kids have that same allergy or no?
I mean, we haven't done an allergy test with them yet.
I'm just trying to tie it back to kids somehow.
Well, shit, their father almost didn't make it. Their father almost didn't make it.
Okay, so you did the test, and what? Cockroaches? What else? Horsehair? Whatever.
Those are the two that I remember because the cockroach shit was funny to me, and then the horsehair,
So
I was like, oh yeah,
So you fumigate for cockroaches in the home, and you don't bring horses home.
yeah. I try not to bring the horses home. No pony rides over here.
All right.
All right.
Yo, this is the random episode.
Listen, and just to put it out there, this is all like fake news. Don't trust us. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about. But on the side note, did you hear the one of COVID? This is mad random. I heard that the COVID vaccine, they said it caused AIDS to somebody.
What?
Okay. All right.
Oh my god. What are you reading, man?
Yo,
what's your news source?
Hey
bro?
man, it must be the same shit you're reading because I got the measles and the other one there. For real, I've read that somewhere. Let me see if it pulls up. Again, fake news. I don't know, guys. We're not anything we say. Just it's fake news.
Entertainment. It's all
Yeah,
entertainment.
we don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yo, what you doing?
HIV.
Are your kids having any like interesting things going on in school?
Interesting.
Yeah, like anything of note.
I mean, other than my son's all ready for summer break.
Oh.
It's like I can't.
Didn't he just come off a winter break?
He wants to put together a deck about why he should get homeschooled for the rest of the remaining months, so he doesn't have to go to school.
He wants to make a presentation to you and your wife
Yeah.
about this?
Yes.
Oh man.
That's awesome though that he wants to make a presentation though.
This was his idea, or you were like, yo,
Yeah, he's just like
argument.
he's like, yeah, I think I'm over the school year already. And I'm like, yeah, you got a couple more months. You're almost there. He's like, yeah, I should really just get homeschooled for the next couple months. He's like, I'm gonna put together a presentation and
awesome.
explain it why. I'm like, dude, don't waste your time there. The answer is no. Why don't you focus on whatever school projects you got pending and put your time there. So,
I
Hey
like it,
man, you gotta give him kudos.
hey
for
man,
trying.
I can't be mad at him for
though. I like it.
wanting to put it out there.
Yeah, why not, man?
Hey,
Would you
just
do
a
it
fact
though?
check?
Huh?
Oh, sorry,
What do you?
sorry.
Like if he was real, like if his
And he gave you
argument
a
was
good-
so compelling, would you consider it?
I have nothing against homeschooling at all. I mean, in some instances, I think it can be much better depending on the scenario because every kid is different. But in our for the way that we are right now, it wouldn't even be an option because we couldn't facilitate it.
Yeah, that's the biggest hurdle for me too. Even when
Yeah.
like I think there's so many pros to it. And I didn't feel like this before, but as I've spoken to more parents about it, like there's more I didn't know that was pretty interesting. But yeah, setting it up and keeping it moving, I don't know how I would manage it. Yeah, bro.
You were gonna fact check.
Yeah,
Fact check for us.
Did he just freeze? He's fake. He's faking.
Yo, so fact check is that a COVID vaccine made with HIV protein was trialed but never rolled out. That's what it was.
What? That doesn't even make no sense, bro.
With HIV protein, it's like that's odd. It's like maybe they were trying to see if there was any association with any of the sickness. I don't know. Weird,
I don't know that you could explain it either.
I don't even know. Yeah, I'm just doing it in my head out loud. I'm like, wow.
So that's what I heard, and that's what was misconstrued.
So the reason I ask if anything, interesting is happening in school. So my youngest, she started off the year really disliking her teacher, feeling like her teacher was like picking on her. And I kind of chalked it up to just an adjustment, right? At the beginning of the school year, like new teacher, getting to know her routine.
Your oldest?
My youngest.
Okay.
And then I'd say like 3 months in, I guess we're more or less there, a little bit more. Now she's like the star student, at least the way the teacher talks about her and the way that my daughter feels. And I'm trying, like, because we were like always like, yo, you got to give her some time, like figure out like how she operates, and then try to adapt within reason. Because I'm not trying to be like, yo, just do whatever she says. I want her to have some freedom to express like, yo, this is foul, right? And for a moment I was like, oh man, maybe it is the teacher, because of the way it was so consistently like not working out. And then all of a sudden, like a switch flipped, and my daughter, she strives to be a perfectionist, which is to her detriment. So like everything has to be like super specifically the way it's supposed to happen. So for instance, if the teacher says, read this paragraph and then answer these questions, she'll make sure that she's reading everything and then moving on to answering the questions in a specific order, versus like she might read some and then answer the questions, like she doesn't give herself any wiggle room. Right. So now the teacher's like, yo, my daughter's like super on top of things, and the teacher's noticing. And I think the teacher realized like she needs to give her some more like credit or just like acknowledgement. And that has changed the entire experience for her in school. And now rarely is she like complaining about much. Like she actually, what she's doing, which I love, is she's holding herself accountable. She'll be like, today I kind of slipped up. I was, not paying full attention in class when I should have, because I was over here talking to my friend about whatever. And the teacher gave me a pass, but I know I shouldn't be doing that. Like she has like confession with my wife before she goes to bed. And these are the kinds of things that show up. But it was a cool transition, because I was genuinely worried for a minute, like thinking like, oh damn, we've had a great run with the other two kids in school. Like they figured all that stuff out. With her, because of her temper, we thought it was going to be chaos, but she's now in a good spot.
I like that she's reading the directions for things.
Yeah, she's super.
That's like that's a super important skill for people to have, to be able to not like rush into things, but actually read and prepare. That's my son's a really good student, but that's probably his biggest downfall, is like not taking a moment to pause and read through everything and then start the whatever, whether it's a test or homework or whatever.
I don't know if it's a boy thing, because my son's the same way. My son's great in school.
I'm like that.
He rushes through everything.
Yeah.
He said, I'm like that. Oh, don't I know it, E?
All right, I got to get out of here, guys.
Yeah. Right. That's a great place to stop. All right, y'all.